Hi guys, and welcome back to definitely my last video for this year. It's a very quick one. It's to do, I just had a request through from somebody who's just got a new Home Center 3, and they used to use my script for the Home Center 2 for the TimeSetter, and I can't believe I haven't actually done one. So what I'm going to do is do two quick videos, and these videos, one's for the Home Center 3 and one's for the in fact I'm going to just do them all in one. Home Center 3 and Home Center 2. So basically what it is scripts that you can download from the site, and it will allow you to create time-based scenes. So short and sweet is going to be, so basically what it will look like is something like this. So if I click on settings, devices, other, and mine's called a TimeSetter. So what this scene does is this. All it is there's nothing to set, because we need to create a variable within the Home Center itself. So all it does is it just tells you the time, current time, and when every minute this time will update itself automatically. When it updates the time, it automatically updates the global variable. Every time the global variable updates and changes, it will then be used as a trigger to trigger a scene. Okay, so that's essentially how it works. In order to get this working properly, what we do is once you've purchased for the Home Center 3, once you've purchased the quick app, and on Home Center 2 it's a script, and then from there I can show you how it all works. So first things first is we go to settings and general variables. We're then going to create a variable called time. So I've already created one here. It's just a standard variable. As you can see, it's already been updating to the current time. Okay. Once you've done the variable, you then click on devices. We're gonna add a device, and then as usual upload the quick app file. Once you've done that, that's literally it. It's done. It'll then do the time, update the time in the variable. Now inside the quick app, inside the zip file, as well as finding the quick app, you're going to find the scene element. Now that is just the trigger element. In order to create it, what we're going to do is you click on scenes. I've already done one, so I'm just going to just show you what it looks like. And what happens is here, this part will go into the declaration side. So all we're going to say is basically any value. So basically every time it changes, the property is time, because that's the name of our global variable, and of course the type is global variable, and operator any, which is fine. So what that means is every time the time changes, so every minute as it increments the time, this scene will trigger. When it trigger, it will run this code. So for me, it just runs this code every single minute. I have this line added in here on this side, which just says local time fibaro get global variable time. In fact, what I'll do is I'll actually add this line in onto the action side, and then all you do is create a if and then statement. If the time equals whatever, then do something and end. And that's basically what you would do, is you would then put multiple if and then statements in. So looking here, if time is 3, if time is 4, if time is 5, then end, etc. And remember, whatever you use here to define the contents of the variable time, you've got to make sure you use it here. So I've just used ctime. It can be anything you want, any word, even time itself. Okay, so that is the Home Center 3 So now let's go to Home Center 2. Right, for Home Center 2. Right, Home Center 2. I forgot my username and password. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. Right. Right, let's have a look. So let's get rid of all these old test devices. Let's look at scenes. Oh, right. Let me just populate these thingy. So first things first, go on to panels, variables, and we're going to create a variable called time. Okay, preset to 0. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go on to scenes, and we're going to add a scene, and we're going to add a scene in Lua. Okay, then we're going to call this TimeSetter, automatic scene, and do not allow, and make sure we select start Home Center 2 when it starts. So it means it keeps running as soon as we reboot the Home Center. This scene is one of the first scenes to start working. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste the scene into here. So I will be back in a second. Okay. Right, so all we're going to do now is go back onto panels, go to variables, and as you can see here, the scene has started running. Okay, so it says here 1354, and 1354 is here. Ignore the time for now. It's because I haven't set this up with the current location. This is only my test Home Center 2 that I have. So it just picks it up on based on the current location. In order to use this, what we do is we click on the scenes. Just like before, we're going to use the variable as the time changes, it updates the global variable. The change in the variable will then be used as a trigger for the scene. So on in Home Center 2, all we do is just here underneath, we just write the word time, and here we will write local time equals get global. If we borrow get global variable time, and that's it. So now what happens is, as the time changes, this scene will trigger. It will then read the data from the variable, and then we just use our statements. If time equals 3 o'clock, then do something and end. So just like the scene format you saw in the Home Center 3, we were going to use the same sort of format. So this part is exactly the same in both Home Centers, but what you write here is whatever you want it to do at that particular time. Okay, so I will include the scene for the TimeSetter and then a secondary scene to show you this kind of format for the Home Center 2. And in the Home Center 3, you'll get this declarations, and then you'll have this as your line, and I'll also include an example like if C time, but I'll change it to time equals 3 and then end. That's what will be in the files. Okay, thank you for watching. I said it'll be quick, and I'm hoping that it helps the clients that have messaged me, and Happy New Year, guys, and I'll see you next year. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.